The shop dogs, huh? Shop dogs? You know? So I'm thinking about maybe we put that big ass turbo. Did I show you guys the big ass turbo? I got a big Pro Mod turbo. I want to say it's like 94 millimeters. It's massive. It weighs almost 80 pounds. So I'm thinking maybe we'll put that in the Volvo. Been looking at like possible routings. I still want to keep the full exhaust, but I think what I can do is go 5-inch or 4-inch out the front apron, like this front side of the front bumper, and then branch off of that, kind of like tee into that with like a Y pipe about 2.5 inches, and have it run through the passenger side of the engine bay and go tie into the factory exhaust and use kind of like a loud valve, kind of like I have on the Phoenix here. And that way we could just kind of, when we step on the gas, it could be all belligerent, but then we could probably still drive around and be all nice, be so nice. So much for having a clean rag, huh? Can never get this done without cutting the hell out of myself. We'll try. One, ah. All right, so we're gonna go right to 70 because we already tested the rod stretch. So the side clearance that you need is 4,000 to 20,000. So there's a super huge window there. The biggest thing is just check to make sure that they're moving side to side. I think that's like a pretty good, like, oh yeah, it makes clunky sounds when I go back and forth. That's a good thing, but it doesn't hurt to check. Like I said before, I had one that I think someone dinged my crankshaft. It was in a place where kind of a lot of engines were being built, and I went to do this and it didn't do anything, and come to find out, like, someone dinged the journal like right here on the side of the journal, and then it kind of peened it, so it had a high spot, and that high spot was running right into the bearing, well, right into the rod. And had I not noticed that, maybe nothing would happen, maybe bad things would happen, not sure, but it's better safe than sorry. So if you're following along at home, I recently uploaded a video about my buddy's machine shop who is doing heads. They do awesome work. And anyway, he gave me a call, or PM'd me. I just hung that video of his shop. You guys see me? Not really. It's my bald head. But anyway, he texted me and let me know that those heads are ready for pickup. So that's good. It's a quick turnaround for sure. You helping, Bob? Just no peeing and pooping in the shop, all right? Hey, don't eat my cords. Hey. Grumpy old bastard. Just scratching your neck. Nobody will scratch my neck. Poor me. Poor me. Rough life, Bob. Oh, okay. Oh, we got much more friction now. You can buy low tension rings. I think in a boosted application, the standard rings are pretty good, but you know, just they're out there. They have like a high tension ring. They have they sell a turbo ring. Total Seal does, and I've used them before, and they work pretty good. So real quick, I just I got this camshaft. It is I know it works because it's used, but it's one of those deals. It was on Facebook. Somebody was selling it for, you know, 150 bucks, whatever, and the lobes look good. The specs that the guy has is, and I googled this, and I couldn't find the camshaft. I don't know if they've quit making them. If they've quit making them, why? But it's a Bunati part number 205-49911. So 205-49911, and the lift is supposed to be 584 on the intake, 583 on the exhaust, with a lobe separation of 112, and duration is 221 at 50 thou on the intake, and 227 exhaust at 50 thou. So so I just want to make sure I searched this cam, I searched the numbers, and I'm not gonna I might dial it in, I don't know. If I do, I'll cut this out. But degree it in. But I wanted to just check the lift, and you can do that. So what we got here is it's a lifter, like a follower, like a cam follower dial gauge. And I'll make it worse, better, maybe better. So it just literally sits on the cam lobe, and you can turn the cam. So we'll get on our base circle. We're on our base circle. And you see it's kind of funny, the base circle is a little lumpy. There's a little lump there. So we got one. Of course, the cam's sliding back and forth in the housing, so I don't know if I'm doing that or not. But there's a little bump right there. Don't know why that is, but it's only like a thou, so we're not going to really worry about it. Okay, so right here on the base circle of the cam, we're at 1 and 0. So 100 thou of preload on that guy. And what we'll do is we'll just turn it. We got 1, 2, 3. And just look for the rock over. So it looks like 43.5 maybe. So then what we can do is, we know that the rockers, bad things, I can't remember if this is the exhaust. I think this is the exhaust lobe, but I'm gonna have to Google and research, because that's been a long time since I've looked at the camshaft and tried to figure out which lobe is what. But with our handy dandy calculator here, we can punch that in. So 3, what do we say, 340, 340, 1, 2, 3.5, and then we just times it times the rocker ratio, which is times 1.7 on an LS motor, and hit enter, and we got 583.9, and I'm glad I wrote this stuff down, so that's 583. So both our lifts are supposed to be in the 580s, so there's some kind of consistency with the guy story. I'm glad that when I did buy this, I wrote all this stuff down, threw it in a Ziploc baggie because it's been sitting there for a couple of years, and I'm not. I certainly would have forgot what it was. I thought it was closer to 600, and I would have thought maybe a bit more duration. But what you'll see here is this cam is a lot like. So if I had to slopify this cam, I would call this a maybe sloppy stage 1.8 because it's got it's just a few numbers shy of same lobe separation, a little like maybe I think the lift on the sloppy cam is like 589 maybe, and the duration I think is like 225 or 227 and 230. So that should be a pretty good cam for what we're doing, which is I don't know. so that is actually the perfect cam for I don't know. It's a very good all-round cam. I think that it'll go well with boost. And it could also be just a NA cam. It's kind of right there in the middle. It's a very compromised, very well compromised cam. So I have a ton of work to do for Monkey Fab, and it's Sunday, and I want to be able to mail the stuff out in the morning to my customers. So I'm going to put a bag on this guy. We got all the pistons in; they feel great, and I'll probably degree the cam and just double check all the specs, make sure that they're right, and that'll be cool. You guys can follow along. I'll have to go back through some of my notes and make sure that I'm doing it correctly, but I'm sure I can fumble through it. I usually can fumble through most things. Anyway, so hey, if you dig what you saw, then be sure to stop by the store. It's monkeyfabgarage.com, and pick yourself a Monkey Fab t-shirt or turbo parts or parts for your build. And until next time, this is Mike Monkey Fab signing out.